I'm Mitchell Love, and I'm from Regent Preparatory School. I'm a freshman, and I'm at the Liberty Gala, OCPA, and I just interviewed Senator Newberry. When did you first start getting into school choice? Why do you think it's so important? When did you start thinking it was so important and be a campaign for it for the term?
Well, you know, growing up, I was a product of a homeschool environment, a private school environment, and a public school environment. And I remember one night I was sitting at home talking to my father about the issues facing our state and our nation, and I was complaining a lot. And my dad said, you know, son, you can be part of a solution, or you can be part of the problem. And being solution-minded means you look past what the problems are and you find the solutions that make them better. And so I've made it my endeavor, as I've been in the Senate, to find ways to improve the education systems to make certain that we don't have status quo. Oklahoma kids are amongst the brightest in the nation. It doesn't matter if they go to a public school or private school. It doesn't matter if they go to a low-income school or a high-income school. We have the brightest kids in the nation. If we can find ways to allow them to be able to fit in the mold, they can become the best they can be, then we're not going to have shortages in our job sectors. We're not going to have shortages in our work sectors, in our government sectors. We're not going to have a society dependent on government, but we'll have a society that's free from government. And we must work every way we can, and I believe school choice is a part of that. I think there's a place for public education, but I also firmly believe that the parents of our country can make the best decision for their children, and they'll make better decisions for their children than the government or public system ever can. And so I'm an advocate for school choice. I think that we ought to have all options on the table, and we ought to let parents make those choices.
My name is Jonathan Hodge, and I'm a senior at Regent Preparatory School of Oklahoma. I'm currently at the OCPA Liberty Gala, and I had the opportunity to sit down with Superintendent Janet Barresi and ask her a few questions. Something else that you said that you're going to try to do is advance curriculum through the digital age, correct?
Yes.
And I was just wondering, where would the funding for that come from?
You know, there is a lot out there that is absolutely free and open source, and it's really exciting because what happens is teachers are meeting each other through the internet, and they may develop a special module for their class that is a unit of instruction, and they kind of put it up on the shelf out on the internet, and another teacher might pull that down and take that and refine it for their class and use that. There's also things like Khan Academy, SalCon, khanacademy.org, and teachers are using that very effectively for instruction. And then there's so much out there around all of the new standards and curriculums that are absolutely free, that in teacher-to-teacher types of exchanges over the internet in cyberspace, they're able to give those to each other. So that really cuts down on the cost immensely. In terms of districts just being able to hook up into the internet, this state has done a wonderful thing. And that is that all of the public vendors that are out there wanting to run their cable for access to get right away onto state lands, they have to agree to put so many fibers, so many bundles of the fiber out for public use. The state has literally thousands of miles of fiber that is available for public use. So we're doing the Oklahoma Pipeline Project, which is a way to hook districts up to that fiber, and it's an extremely low cost. So the normal hookup fees to vendors is normally pretty prohibitive. So bandwidth is restricted. We can do this now for just a fraction of the cost. That's very, very exciting. And so districts are looking at their budgets and thinking about how they can rework their dollars to get more technology in their classrooms. They're writing grants, all types of things.
I am Emily Stewart. I'm a junior at Regent Preparatory School. I'm currently at the OCPA Liberty Gala, and I had the chance to interview Representative Jason Nelson. Why are you so passionate about the children with disabilities and the people in DHS? Why?
Well, I think what happens is society begins to triage. They begin to place a different value on different people based on what the return might be to them. So if you're in the school, you might put all your resources towards the kids that are going to do well, or the kids you think you can help them advance. And then the bottom group you may leave out. And so there have been several reforms in the last couple of years in Oklahoma that try to add weight and importance to the group at the bottom so we don't leave anybody behind.